Well, SX Decoys sent me the full body honker decoys. This is their relaxed feeder we're going to start out with. But they do come in a 6-pack. Price wise, I'm not sure. I'll put it in the description. Forgot what I paid for them. But yeah, I've been asked quite a bit about these, so I figured I'd buy a box to see what's going to go on. As everyone knows, I do have 10 dozen lessers. And talking to Scott and them over at XS, they run the lessers too and stuff like that, but they end up putting about 2 dozen of these around the A-frames and blinds and stuff. So I think that's what I'm going to go with then. Yeah, I mean, these things they ain't no different than the lessers. Very hard by decoy, paint on them, flocking, everything is amazing as usual. They come with the D-loop, tail and head gets done, flocked. The nice thing about it, if you look at the front, you see how dark the body is, but as you turn it, the colors fade, which is kind of nice because at first I looked up in the back, I'm like, man, that's really light. But then when you turn it around, it's dark. And then if you look at it like a bird would be flying over, the colors change like a real bird. So he, as usual, Scott knocked out of the park, especially with the carving on this, all the detail all the way down to even the flock feathers in the back, re-detailed. But yeah, this is the resting feeder. And you can tell how big they are. I mean, I'm 6'3", 280 pounds, so I ain't no small boy, but these are definitely a big bird. So this is the resting feeder. Then he's also got the aggressive feeder. They do come in a 6-pack in a box like that. You get 2 feeders, or 2 relaxed feeders, 2 aggressive feeder, which is kind of cool. You see how the head's kind of turned a little bit. So same with the paint scheme on it, lock on the back. They all come with the loop tails and the patented motion system. So it is patented, so you know everyone's gonna be upset about that, but it is all good. But yeah, I mean, this is they're great looking decoys. But you get 2 of these too, so there's your 4 of your feeders. Then you get your looker. You know, 1 looker, give your 5, like I said, all the paint detail. You see how the color just changes on it. Just the way he does this is just insane. Loop. The glass tip feet. I will say on my lessers, I've only had 1 decoy lose one of these. And I did have a casualty this year with my lesser. It got ran over by a car, and the only thing that happened is like this much of the plastic broke off of it. I just painted black. I'm gonna keep using it. But this is what the looker looks like. You know, from straight off, the head's cocked a little bit over, and then now my favorite decoy of them all, the bowl. And I mean, you can tell why it's a bowl. Like I said, body-wise, I mean, it's right next to me. It's a big decoy. And these things, I think, are gonna be a game changer in the field, especially early in the season and real late in the season, wintertime. Like I said, the same color changing paint scheme that goes with it. I think they're just insane. And I can tell you, I mean, with the lessers, I can carry a dozen in my hand with both hands. I didn't fill them up. I can probably carry a dozen, half almost 2 dozen with both hands full. With these, I can probably do a dozen, but they are substantially a lot bigger. And yeah, I mean, you're gonna see the difference with them. I said, even if you look at the bill, all the bills flat black, and then goes to the flocked head. The paint is great. It's all that UV paint, the bird view paint that they use. Patented. It's all XX is staying. They're setting the game. Yeah, bird vision. Killer decoy. Decoys, every decoy comes with a bag, so if you want to individually put them in there, you can individual bag them and everything. That's probably what I'm going to do because I got so little of them. I mean, you don't have to. These things are going to hold up just like my lessers, and I have them rolling around my trailer for 5 years, and you can barely tell that. A lot of people think they're almost new, but they do all come in individual bags. Like that. And the nice thing that other companies don't do, you get a base and a stake, both with the color on the top. See it with the reflective already on it. The base does come with the loop on it to hold it down, so like the winter time when people go ahead and hook them, If you want to stack them with the base, you're not going to have a problem with that. I'm more of a steak guy. I'm going to use these late winter, but I'm more of a steak guy. You just slam them in there. These things are pretty hardy steaks. You can see it from my thumb size. And I've put them in ground with about an inch of frost and have no problem. All the way from North Dakota down to Missouri. No issues whatsoever. So I know I've been asked questions about the full body goose decoys and I couldn't give anyone an honest opinion. So figure with season over now, everything like that, most people are looking to upgrade. So this would be the perfect time. So yep, I'm gonna go ahead and buy another 1.5 dozen. I'm gonna run 2 dozen with my spread this year with the lessers. And I'm sure it'll make a big difference, especially with the A-frames in the middle of the field if you run, or layout blinds, you know, whatever we decide. But yeah, if you're looking at new decoys and you want to upgrade your spread, I mean, I would honestly look at SX Decoy for the price point of what you're going to pay for them, both bases and in bags. You're getting what you pay for, especially for a quality product. Scott and them, they back their product 100%. I mean, I've never had an issue, but if you have an issue, they tell you right away, give them a call. They'll help you out, anything you need, you know. I think the only thing I've ever had on a steak is I got 2 steaks with the fins broken. 1 fin. Just one. Out of all the years. 5 years using them. So, I mean, it's a hardy product. I mean, I'd like to put another, you know, any other company up against them. So, yeah, go to sxdecoys.com, check them out. These are the graders. They are coming out with some diver ducks this year. They did come out with teal already. Wood duck, pintail, widgeons, mallards. Geese, they got all snows, blues, Canadians, lessers, speckle bellies. They got sandhill cranes. I mean, if there's a bird out there to hunt, they're going to come at it. And especially this year, they're coming at it pretty hard. They got a lot of new products coming out, so I strongly suggest looking it up. So if you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. I'll be able to answer them as much as I can possibly. Like I say, call the shop, talk to Scott and Rachel. They'll be able to set you up. You won't be disappointed.